me one, because I think you've given me one already. Give me just one other change that you want to see happen in the cosplay community.
Well, outside of support for other cosplayers, but no matter what their nationalities or creeds or what have you, I'm going to take something from the president, not my president, from the president of the United States, and instead of saying MAGA, I'm just gonna say make cosplay great again. By simply put, just going back and having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? When I was, like I said, when I was thinking about it, I was like, hey, a lot of people are dropping out of cosplay just because they don't feel like that their cosplays are enough. There's not a lot of support with them. And there's so many other, inconsistencies that goes along with it. And and I just think that another change we need to try to do is be supportive. Not just be supportive, but actually making it fun again. Instead of holding out information, like how did you get certain things? I'm saying, like for example, when you had asked me about the Ermac cosplay and how I basically upgraded it from that point, to be brutally honest with you, like me and my cousin, we both had like matching, well, not really matching, but we had like Assassin's Creed hoodies, and he had one that that stipulated Scorpion, right? Because he had one the black and the yellow in there, or mustard yellow as I like to call it. And then of course me having that, and then of course my other homeboy having nude, because his was just like black and white. Because see, you couldn't get a completely black Assassin's Creed hoodie or whatever, so you had to pick a color and go with it. So we all just was like, hey, let's let's just get these Assassin's Creed hoodies or whatever, and then kind of like do like a group cosplay thing or whatever. So he basically got his sleeves taken out and sewn back together, whereas I did the same thing. And so since then, I basically held that jacket and I was like, I'm gonna use this for a cosplay of some sort, somehow, some way. Lo and behold, that's what happened. And I got that jacket from Wish, believe it or not. But
people crap on Wish. Wish is good if you know how to use it, or what to expect from it, rather. Don't wish on something that you got a deadline for. That's the big. That goes back to patience.
That goes back to patience, man. And see, that's the thing that I want to try. Okay, so as far as the change in the cosplay community, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but that's the thing I'm trying to basically work on as myself or whatever, because I know a lot of things. When it comes to like where can I get certain things? People ask me all the time, where did I get my Merge Zamasu wig from? And I tell them cosplaystation.com, well .ca. And yes, their wigs are really expensive, but they work. And let's be brutally honest, they're to this day, and I got that wig when I was second year cosplay. So that was 2016, I think. 2020, it's still to this day still got the spikes, in the right areas, in that whatever. Trust me, like if you keep constant upkeep on it or whatnot, that $200 to $300 for that wig is worth it. Worth it. Yeah. So I mean, it's not just where did you get this wig from, or where did you get your costume? Where do you get your custom spider suits from? I got a friend for that. It's just like I'm trying to basically give people, what's the word that these people are using now? I'm basically giving people the sauce for certain things. Like a lot of people ask, where do you get your cosplay? Where do you get your spider suit customs done or whatnot? There's a guy on Instagram, CM Man Design. Shout out to my boy. He does a lot of regular designs, obscure desigts, spider suits, and they actually work. And where do you get your Zentai suits built at? ZentaiZone.com. They do customs. I got the info on the discount codes or whatever, so you can save money. Because me personally, I'm frugal. I don't buy a lot of like I don't buy my costumes like flat out. Like I don't just buy the wig, the boots, the entire costume, the sword, and everything. Right at that time, I basically piece my stuff out because let's be brutally honest. But I just want to be like, and the thing that I want to change in the cosplay community is this whole stigma of if you're a cosplayer and you got a nice following of some sort, because I got like 1,400 and I think almost 80 followers on Instagram, and you know, with people get to the thousands or whatever, they kind of get beside themselves sometimes, and so they stop giving out information or whatever, and don't care about anybody else's or whatever. Whereas me, you know, I don't care about the following and whatnot. I just want to be of help to somebody. So if anybody asks me where did I get certain things from, of course I'm gonna be that plug. So
yeah. So basically, you're saying like once people get to a certain level of fame, they kind of let it get to their heads, basically.
Yep. I personally think so. I mean, I can list a couple of people that's like, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. We gonna keep it. We gonna keep the tea away right now. But yeah. It's funny you mentioned like, you know, providing information. Like, how did I make this? Where did I get that from? Me and Ceremony Cosplay. We did an interview with her. We were talking about the same thing. Like, there are people who will just be tight-lipped about. Now, there's sometimes you ask somebody questions in the DMs and their comments, and because of their following, they just don't see it because they just got, you know, you got to go through so many things to see one question. So I get that. But then there are some people who straight up withhold the information because, like, no, I'm not going to give you my secrets. You know, and both Sarah and I were like, whether you give that person that secret or not, they're going to find out eventually. It may be tomorrow, it may be 2 years from now, but they're going to find it eventually. So why be tight-lipped about it? Like, that person's going to do it anyway, and this does not directly affect you as a cosplayer. It does not directly affect your bottom line, your fame, your income, whatever. Somebody else being able to do the exact same thing. It's not a zero-sum thing. We all got a piece of this. Get a piece of this pie. This ain't the NBA, the NFL. It ain't like only one person can be. I mean, yeah, if you're in a cosplay competition, yes, this applies. But outside of that, there's no one best. And if you think you're the best, then somebody else is better than you. So just don't even think about it that way. Anyway, I'm with you. Yeah, don't hold on to that information. Somebody will find it, no matter how hard.
Right. I probably should have just said it like, you know, in the shortest way possible, but I didn't want to be really short with it because I want to like give a lot of details to my answers. But my thing is that, you know, that's the biggest thing that we have as far as, you know, a cosplayer, because, you know, whenever a cosplayer come and ask you a certain thing or whatever, you got to give them the sauce, because not only does that help you as a person grow, but it actually helps another person and whatnot. And let's be brutally honest though, y'all not ever a lot of people don't remember what good deeds are, you know, and with this cosplay, with this cosplay community, in the state that it's in or whatever, like so many people, they look at it like, oh well, you know, you gotta pay for this information or whatever. I'm like, it's not a business, man. Like it's not a business. I mean, for me personally, I mean, if you want the source for everything that you trying to get or whatever, or if I don't know about it, I'm gonna find out for you. You know, and if it's something I've already done or whatnot, of course I'll give you the sauce for it. Why? Because in my personal opinion, I used to be like that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I used to be that person that was tight-lipped about everything. But in my heart, it's not even just about the following, but in my heart, I knew for a fact that was wrong, you know? And so now I changed it to where I'm like, hey, you know, give everybody the sauce, man. I mean, you're a great cosplayer in some cases. Let's be real here, because I'm talking to myself when I say this. But you're a great cosplayer. You know, make yourself greater by being the good person, or whatever. You know, just give them information. So that's one of the things that I want to kind of do. Also, I just like to throw this out there that in my cosplay journey, I actually became a don of a cartel. a cosplayer cartel. Let me explain. So my cosplayer cartel doesn't deal with drugs or anything like that. No, it dabbles in information. You know, it dabbles in how to make certain armor parts, who can give you the best price for Ava phone, you know, so on and so forth or whatever. And you know, any news that's going on in the cosplay community of certain states or whatever, like, you know, like who's to know up there in Detroit, who's to know in Atlanta, who's to know in Mississippi, who's to know in Memphis, you know, and it's basically like a bunch of cosplayers just sharing information, giving support, and you know, overall just having fun and you know, and just cosplaying with each other. You know, because a lot of my Cosplayer Cartel members, I've been around most of them every time you see me at a con. You know, if I'm around certain people, you know, 9 times out of 10, that's one of the members of the cartel, like right off the bat. You know, and it's not like they're trying to, you know, be secretive or anything like that. They do the same thing as I do.
Yeah.
You know, they dish out the information. They give you the plugs of who to know. And if you're trying to get like certain things done or whatever, and if I don't know the information for it, of course they'll tell you versus me. But ultimately, though, you know, it still kind of comes back to me because most of them are stuff that I've already done. But you know, and that's another thing I want to try to do. You know, as far as this cosplay game, just, you know, not detail. Sorry, I'm using the wrong words, but basically convey information that'll help cosplayers. Yeah. You know, and that's what I want to do. So, I mean, starting the Cosplay Cartel, you know, even though that's already been a thing since I started cosplaying, actually, you know, it's just a ring of information. So, you know, it's a lot. So,
I love how you put that though. The information cartel. I love it. All right, before we get out of here, tell the people where they can find you at. Let us know if there's anything else you want to get off your chest, anything you got coming up, anything you want to say as we part ways here.
Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to look at my cosplay content, Son of Light Cosplay, all in one word. I'm also on TikTok as well, Son of Light Cosplay. And as far as future projects go, I'm gonna leave with a hint. I'm just gonna leave with a hint off for that. If anybody has played any Arc System games, right off the bat, if anybody played any Arc System games, this next cosplay that it's gonna be for y'all.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it, and you know, definitely no cons for me this year. But next year, next year is gonna go off because that's the last thing. This is the exact last thing. Next year, I'm having a theme, and believe it or not, it's called Dudes That Throw Hands. Dudes that throw hands. So the 3 cosplays that I'm gonna pretty much come up with next year is TJ Combo from Killer Instinct.
Okay.
Hajime no Ippo. Well, Ippo from Hajime no Ippo, and Adam Hunter from Streets of Rage 4.
Nice.
So that's the next projects. Please do me a favor and, you know, hit that subscribe button on that Instagram. I'm almost at 1,500. That'd be much appreciated. And if get to 1,500, I will probably do a giveaway of some sort.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and also support Smoove Cosplay or on, you know, Instagram, you know, YouTube and all of that.
Thank you.
On Smoove right there.
Appreciate it. Cool, man. It was a pleasure having you all here, man. I hate that we couldn't do this in person, but you know why it is. I normally reserve my Skype interviews for people who are, you know, out of the city, out of the time zone, but circumstances. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good time, whatever con you're going to next, which is probably next year. Good luck on your cosplay builds. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button, leave me a comment. Do all the same for Son of Light Cosplay, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.